Welcome to the May subscriber coffee tasting. I am joined by my guest Joshua Sisco. We're going to bring in less and less coffee knowledgeable guests as we go on. That's a dig at Josh. Josh actually knows a lot more than he would be willing to admit about coffee, but he's one of our super regulars and has a unique perspective on coffee as he's lived in quite a few different places. And so he can kind of give us a force ranking as to whether, is San Francisco, Chicago, or Costa Mesa the unlikely top dog in the coffee scene. So Josh, what do you do?
I am a pastor of a church called Everwell Church in Costa Mesa, and we exclusively only drink MoonGoat coffee, all of us.
So you know how important good coffee is.
Yes, we wouldn't have MoonGoat if we didn't believe in that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. Let's taste some coffee. So our first coffee today is from Bali.
Nice.
Josh, have you ever been to Bali?
I haven't. I've heard they have good trains though.
Have you ever tasted Balinese coffee?
I don't even know if it was described to me as Balinese.
It is
but,
now.
Now it is, and I'm going to taste it. What should I be looking for?
So in Balinese coffee, cheers. We're going to be looking for coffee that is actually surprisingly well-rounded. Okay. So this coffee is naturally processed, so it's going to have a lot of fruit forward. It's also organic and RFA, which we don't always look for, but it is nice when you can have these developing countries, to say it politely, have some really cool certifications, and hopefully they can bring some more of that to these townships that are growing the coffee. So this is from Kintamani in Bali, which is a pretty well-known tourist spot actually, but it's also really great coffee. Yeah. So it's on our retail shelves, I believe, for $19, and in the subscription, you get it for $19 shipped.
Oh, that's a steal.
That's a steal.
Still.
We're covering the shipping costs because it's not free shipping. We just cover it.
You cover it.
We cover it. It's not free.
It is good.
Somebody's paying.
Yeah, I think what I noticed it's kind of buttery. It's like really like mellow. It's not trying to attack you. It's just it's easing you in.
Totally. A lot of times people hear fruity in coffee and they get scared because they think it's going to be super acidic.
Yeah.
But this is like fruity and buttery. I like that.
Yeah.
It's like fruity, buttery, and it's super well balanced, right?
Yeah. I would say this is like, it's not harsh at all, but it's
Would
really,
it offend
really
your grandpa?
Nothing offends my grandpa.
That's what I thought.
But I think
even the boomers can drink this.
I think the boomers would be like, oh, this is strong coffee, but they would like not know, like, oh, it's like.
I think this would unite generational divides.
I think we should do it. Can
Maybe
we run on this? Can we run Bali 2024?
I hope so.
Okay.
I hope so. Anyways, this is our flagship coffee for the subscription. I really enjoy it.
It's great. It's amazing.
I only had Balinese coffee for the first time about 6 months ago. So this is a cool project that we're doing in partnership with a couple of our import-export partners in Southeast Asia, which, as you've seen from this one and the last one, getting a few more coffees from. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and skip to the next one. Skip to my Lou.
Yeah. And when they say fruity with this one, what do they usually say?
I mean, to me, this actually tastes a lot like the coffee fruit in and of itself.
Oh, okay, got it.
So it's got a very figgy, almost cherry-like, but really mellow fruit flavors.
Yeah. I was gonna say little honeydew, honeydew,
like that.
Very mellow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mellow yellow.
So the second coffee we're gonna try is a fan favorite almost always. It's an Ethiopia coffee. We actually did it in a subscription previously, so don't sue us, but it's a really good coffee, and it's by popular demand.
Even if they want to sue you, they can't.
I know, they can't.
You can't do it.
Careful. Can we edit that part out? Ethiopia Gadev. And this is a natural, again, we love those natural coffees.
It's really fragrant.
Super fragrant. Good word. Wow.
I mean,
vocab.
This isn't my first rodeo.
No, it's not.
It's my first goat rodeo, though.
There it is.
Yeah.
Goat rodeo.
Yeah.
We're not making you ride goats, though.
Put that on the Google machine.
So this coffee's from Ethiopia. It's from Kochere, which is inside of Yergachefe, which is what most people know as a coffee growing region, where it'll generally be jasmine and blueberries. This one is no different on the jasmine note, total jasmine tea vibes in the coffee, a bit fruited, and super well balanced for an Ethiopia, but definitely brighter than the Bali. So it's not for the weak of heart. It is definitely for the people who want a little bit more of a bright, intensely flavored coffee. This is not a shy. That's how I would describe this coffee.
It's not a what?
It's not a shy coffee.
No, it's not shy.
It's coffee's talking to you.
This coffee saw you from afar, walked up to you and said, "Hello, I'm an Ethiopian coffee.
Yes, it did.
Let's be friends."
And I enjoy it. Maybe doesn't unite the generational divide, but it's still going to taste great.
Well, it's a talking piece. They'll be like, "Did you see that guy?" And everyone's like, "I saw that guy."
Yeah, I voted for him in the primaries. I didn't think he was going to make it.
It's just something to talk. This is kind of the coffee this is. This is like, let's give him something to talk about coffee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
give him something to talk about.
But it does smell. Did you say jasmine?
Yeah.
I was going to say
total jasmine, right?
Yeah.
And you know what's cool? And I really like to buy coffees that fall in these lines. It tastes not just like what you think of coffee, like Haagen-Dazs coffee ice cream. That doesn't taste like coffee.
No.
That just tastes like sugar, fat, and delicious, no doubt, but like that you're going to need to go on the keto diet for a month afterwards.
Yeah.
This tastes, and the last coffee tastes like coffee, but in very much like the coffee fruit and the coffee flower. You get these really delicate, nuanced flavors, and there's some complexity in both of these. In this one, there's some nice, good sweetness. To me, it's like honey, like local honey, where you get those flowers or those fruit flavors in it, and you get a little bit of spiciness. Just a very mellow spiciness, almost a way that like rice can be spicy or something along those lines, where you get this very like underlying foundational flavor of spice.
Yeah, I like it. I think that I think people would be surprised about this coffee. Like if you're a person that like wants to, say, "Oh, I'm a coffee type of person," you'd be surprised by it being like, "I haven't tasted something like this before."
Yep. And unique, and that's why we're sending out twice. So nice, we sent it out twice.
Nice.
The third coffee in our lineup.
I'm excited about this one.
Colombia.
Yep.
Heriberto. We just established a long-term relationship with this organization. The producer is actually coming to visit us in 7 days, believe it or not.
7 days. Final countdown.
That's how much coffee we bought. That they were stoked that enough to actually come visit us in 7 days. Really cool family. The patriarch of the family, Mr. Maya, now has his daughters running all his different farms. And he's such a good guy in Colombia, in Antioquia, that he is getting farms given to him because they know he'll treat them right, and he's just letting his daughters run it. And it's a beautiful story of community in a completely different part of the world.
That's awesome.
Unbelievably cool.
No way.
So Daniela Maya will be visiting us next week. There will be some video content coming around that soon. And we're really excited to meet her in person and also to hear more about this. Now, this is one of the farms that neighbors their primary farm. And it's a really cool coffee because Colombia grows coffee almost year-round. It's so big and so diverse that you can almost get coffee year-round. And this is from what we call the fly crop. So kind of their second harvest or their smaller harvest.
Okay.
La Bagatella is the name of the farm.
I would have not said that. Do you want to hear what I would have said?
Probably not that.
Oh, that's good.
Really
See,
good.
I just love...
Just classic.
I would have said La Bagatella.
There you go. Either way. You can
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. To me, this is like a total cola note, and like cola notes, right? Like you got Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola, and what is the same between those is also in this coffee. It's got those like really cooked down fruit flavor because that's what Coca-Cola is. It's limes and lemons and neroli oil, if you know what that tastes like. We all know
I don't,
what that
but now I
tastes like.
taste it.
No, but those are the defining notes of Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola are both just really cooked down fruits, and this has got that same flavor, just like really cooked down fruits.
Yeah, this is like a... I could probably live off of this one.
Oh yeah, chuggable for sure. We put caramel and chocolate notes to really bring out that it is sweet, it is cooked, it is classic. This is the kind of
classic.
So classic. To me, this is like the coffee you want to wake up to. It's affordable on the shelf. It's a really cool relationship. $15 retail bag, and it also is going in our subscription if you're getting 3 or 4. So we're excited. There's going to be more and different micro lots from this project, but we're just really, stoked to have a direct trade relationship with Colombia.
Yeah. No, this is really good. I feel like this is like right up the middle. What you see is what you get. And I also, what I think I like about it too is that classic Coca-Cola, like everything is very, everything is very, not muted, but like it's there. Like you can taste a lot of things in it.
Yeah, it's in some ways, sometimes I think people think of it as refined, right? Because you've pulled out some of the unnecessary flavors, and it's just going after this one flavor profile that is just so classic.
Yeah,
right.
I like it a lot.
That's how I almost describe like the Beatles, right? It's like they've stripped out unnecessary sounds from some of the music that surrounded them in that time, and that's what makes it so classic.
Yeah, it's reducing it's reducing it to like the best parts of the coffee bean, which I like.
Yep. Now this is a really cool coffee. This is another Ethiopia.
It's a really
same
cool
area
hot
as the
coffee.
Very hot. Look at that steam.
Look how hot.
Look at that hotness. Hot heat. The thing that's cool about this coffee is that it is the first Ethiopia that arrived in the U.S. from the most recent harvest. So this was grown and not grown. It was grown. Coffee lasts for years and years and years, decades. But this was picked in 2021.
Oh,
so that's pretty rare. Usually the Ethiopia coffee you're drinking was picked at least a year ago, if not 2.
This is a little baby coffee.
Baby coffee. Now, what's different about this coffee and the other Ethiopia? It's washed. So you're going to have less fruit flavors, really well balanced, and still some of those really unique flavors that you get in Ethiopia. And it's almost so young that you get this flavor that I can describe in no other way besides youthfulness. And as it sits in our warehouse or in our flagship location, it's going to actually develop even more flavors just because that's how young it is.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's definitely different than the other Ethiopia that we just drank. It's still like it's still really like, is the word fresh weird?
Yeah. No,
like,
crisp.
You can tell like it's not like this harsh like, but it's like new. It's good.
Yep. I mean, we're drinking all of these without cream and sugar. But Josh, do you ever put cream and sugar in your coffee?
No, I would never do such a thing. That is sacrilege.
Do you ever drink a latte or a cappuccino?
If you hand one to me,
you'll drink it.
I'll drink it. But you know what they say about lattes?
What?
You know why they call them that, right?
Why?
Because they cost a latte. Except I'm MoonGoat,
He's
right?
Dad. If you couldn't tell, father to 2 beautiful children. And it shows. And it shows. Yeah, so this coffee, I mean, the reason we throw this in is this is a Ethiopia you can totally throw on espresso. It's that well balanced, right? It's got good. This really kind of like some of the best of both worlds. The classic and a bridge between the classic and those really intensely flavored coffees. I would say in general we source coffees that are not shy on flavor. And this one is no exception. However, it does bring a little bit more balance to this side of the force. The balance side of the force.
I knew you were going there, and then I was like,
You're
how is
he going to go there?
He's going there.
He's going there.
This definitely is like a Mace Windu style
purple
lightsaber.
Yeah, for sure. Now we're getting weird.
Okay,
coffee tasting notes have gone off the rails.
I think that should be the new standard.
Yeah, just define everything as a Star Wars like galaxy.
Lightsaber.
Yeah, lightsaber.
What do they call them? Kyber crystals?
You're stretching my Star Wars knowledge.
I'm a nerd.
I'll stretch your coffee knowledge. You'll stretch my Star Wars knowledge. And together, there will be nothing left.
Did we just become best friends?
Just become best friends. That happened a long time ago.
I know.
Well, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, you got something out of these coffee tastings, and we didn't go too weird. But if you have any questions, drop it in the comments, and we will try to answer those questions below. And you have up until a couple of days after the 15th of the month this time to sign up for the subscription. Because of the way the subscription falls, I believe it's on a Saturday or a Sunday. So we're going to be shipping them out on that Monday following and up to that Tuesday. So sign up. It's $19, and then
nothing.
the progressive discounts apply, so you get a little bit more off as you go up, because we want it to be as easy for you to get MoonGoat in the mail, so we cover the cost of the shipping, and we try to give you a good deal, because it helps us source these awesome coffees if you are consistent with buying these awesome coffees.
So smash that subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe.
Smash that subscribe button.
Destroy the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the movies.
Yeah.